Debonair with the savoir-faire, expressed in the flair, dare few compare. Electrifying these flashes.
Hi everybody, so glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Executioner. His opponents in the blue corner, please welcome Roy Jones Jr.
Right then, touch him up and let's go.
Opening round here, scheduled for 12. We expect a high work rate among these two fighters. Now, do you want to see that same work rate throughout the whole fight? Or is that your expectation?
I'd love to, because we'd be having a good time, and our fans, they're going to enjoy it.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Lack of defense starting to be costly now. You can see that swelling.
Yeah, you know, the first thing you think about is he's going to get back to his corner. They're going to put that end throw on it. But he needs to get better defensively. Make sure that it doesn't get worse.
Able to counter that attack. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Halfway through this round, able to get away from that headshot with the block. The executioner's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Blocks that punch. Blocks the headshot. Oh, the executioner's in a bad place right now. He was tagged. You see how he does that right there? How he just pushes away. So the round comes corner. What's your approach?
Well, you know, that's a great question. My approach is that I have to remind him that he's on common ground. He's probably going to think he's in a place where he's never been before, but I'm going to remind him, hey, remember you got hurt in the gym? And then give him something to correct the problem. You know, tell him some technical things that he needs to hear.
Job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by the executioner. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Well, here he is, Teddy. Roy Jones Jr. coming off of an amateur career that everybody knows about. I don't care if you're a boxing fan or not, because of what happened in the 1988 Olympic Games when he was absolutely robbed of a gold medal.
It actually changed the scoring system, the rules of how they went about the Olympic amateur scoring. They instituted a new program because of that terrible robbery. But you know what? We look at the negative. I'll tell you the positive. That stays with you. Stay with Holyfield when he did not get a chance to get his gold medal in the Olympics, when he was disqualified, where a lot of people thought he shouldn't have been disqualified. It has stayed with Jones. It has made him become a top pro. It has been a memory that has burned in his consciousness.
You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now.
He has to be better defensively, Teddy. You can see the damage that his eye has taken. The swelling's getting really bad. How does he do that? How does he shore up that defense?
Well, first of all, he's got to start moving that head. He's standing too straight up. If he gets a little head movement, a lot of those punches that are landing, they'll start going over the shoulder.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Roy Jones Jr. has never been bashful about boasting of his skills and accomplishments. Do you think that that has helped him throughout his long boxing career?
That's a good point, Joe. I think his personality is definitely connected to his particular skill sets. If he was an artist, he's a guy who expresses himself not on, of course, the canvas traditionally, but inside that ring, inside that square circle, by the way he goes about his business, in a flamboyant way, in a way that has a lot of passion, a lot of flair.
Devastating blow by Roy Jones. Oh, Roy Jones Jr. is dealing with a knockdown now. He's got to find something within himself now to fight back. Goes down and is beating the count from the referee. Teddy, what should we be looking for here?
For a way to survive. Now, we've talked about how technically Jones does a lot of things wrong. There better be one thing he does right, and that's tie up.
The executioner is learning a real hard lesson here, and it's that a cornerman can only do so much when you're dealing with this amount of swelling around the eye.
Yeah, you have that end swell in the corner. Of course, it's a piece of metal that you put in ice. It gets very cold. It retains the cold, and you place it on the swelling part. Once it gets started, as you alluded to, Joe, it's tough to stop it. You got to get that ice or get that end swell on it.
Got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
You've used that description, stubborn, driven, single-minded focusedness for Roy Jones Jr. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Wow! Roy Jones Jr.'s in bad shape. Good defense, just covering up down low. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Good block there by Roy Jones. Able to counter that attack.